Hello everyone. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to make an account and register as an individual to do a background check on AuthNTick. So all you have to do is reach the AuthNTick page, that's www.authentick.com.au. Now, once you're on the front page, all you have to click is Start Your Check. Don't worry about logging in right now. When you click Start Your Check, it automatically will make an account for you. So because we are an individual, today we're going to be selecting individual. Now, all I have to do here is put in my name. So for today, I'm just going to put in Pranay, put in my last name and my email. Now I'm going to put my phone number and my password. Now, when you are doing this, just remember that your password and your email is what's going to be used in for your login and registration for your account. So just keep that in mind when you're doing this. Perfect. So now I've been sent an email. Generally, it'll either be texted to your phone or sent via Gmail. Okay, so all I have to do now is look at my mail and click verify. I will now show you how to purchase a nationally coordinated criminal history check on AuthNTick. So now that we have reached the purchase a check section, I need you to look at the please select a check option. So over here, because we're going to be selecting an employment check, you need to click on employment police check. Once this is selected, if you have a voucher code, feel free to put that in. And you can decide if you want to dispatch a result via email or email a post. You can also decide what priority you want your check for. For today, we're just going to do standard. Now have a look at a price. A nationally coordinated criminal history check is $53.80. Now I need to enter my card details. Okay, now my card details are in and I'm going to pay for my check. So once my check has been processed, I'll be given this notification saying that we've emailed you a receipt, and I can now start my check. So do that by simply clicking Start Your Check. Now I need to put my legal name in. So with putting your legal name in, it's really important to do the same name that's listed on your legal documents. So this may be your passport or your driver's license. And if you only have one name, for example, you don't have a last name, simply click on I only have a single name. And as you can see, there's only one name that will appear. However, I have a last name, so I'm going to put my full name in. Now, for a background check, I need to give some occupational details because I'm doing this for employment. So, because I'm doing my check for employment, by default, the category selected will be employment. However, let's say I'm a volunteer. Well, then I may change my check category to property, for example. Or if I'm with the government, I may choose Commonwealth. However, for today, we're going to do employment. Now it's time to add my position title. So I'm going to say that I'm going to be an Uber driver. So for my title, I'll say Uber driver, and my employer's name will be Uber. And I'll do where I'm located. And my state. Now after this, I just add my personal details regarding my gender. Do I have an Australian passport? In this case, I do. A driver's license, yes. And a firearms license, no, I do not have that. I'll also put my country of birth and my date of birth. And my city of birth. Now, if I don't know my full date of birth, I also have the option to select a year only. So in this case, I'll only be able to select from a year. However, because I have my full date of birth, we're just going to leave it with this. Now, I need to add my address details. So with an employment background check, I need to provide my address up to 5 years of living. Now, let's say, for example, I've only been living in Australia for less than 5 years. Well, that's okay. All you have to do then is just put your addresses up until the time you arrived in Australia, dating back to however long you've been in the country for. So for today, I'm going to put my previous address. Let's say 21 John Street. My suburb, we'll do Parramatta, and my postcode. and the state in which I live. And then over here, I put my date from which I lived in that residential address from. So let's do the 16th of June, 2022. Now, because that hasn't been 5 years, and let's say I've been living in Australia further than 5 years, I'm gonna add a previous address. So now let's do 31. Let's say this was in Ryde. My state, and when I lived there from. Perfect. And you can keep on doing this up until you reach that 5-year mark. However, as you can see, I've already reached that 5-year mark, so I don't need to put any more addresses in. And then I just need to answer, is my postal address the same as my home address? Yes, it is. And we now click continue. Okay, now it's time to add my documents for my check. So because I clicked yes to having an Australian passport, and because I clicked yes to having an Australian current driver's license, I'm given the options of providing those as my commencement documents. However, in the case that you don't have one of these things, simply select no on the previous page and you'll be given a list of options of things that you can select. This may include your foreign passport, a bank statement, and other things like that. There's plenty of options, even your birth certificate. But for today, we're going to be doing my passport. So when you upload your passport or your driver's license, you have an option to either upload your file or take a picture. Now, if I take a picture and select this option, I can select here and it says click to take a photo, and this will open up my camera. In this case, I would put my passport in front of the screen with a picture of my face next to it, and I'll be able to show my passport. However, for today, I'm going to change my method by selecting here, or I can select back, and I'm going to upload a file. So I simply click on here, and here's a photo of my passport, and I can see that it's been uploaded. I'm now going to add my passport number, my passport type. So in this case, I'm private, I'm not a refugee, and my date of expiry. Perfect. Now I'm going to click continue. And as you can see, my passport has been uploaded. So I'll do the same thing for my driver's license. Add my driver's license number, my state, and my date of expiry. And I also need to upload the back of my license. And as you can see, so I have, in this case, I'm just uploading the same file, but for you guys, just upload the back of your driver's license and the front. And click continue. Perfect. So now I can see that these two primary documents have been uploaded. So now it's time to do my secondary documents. So on the previous page, I said that I don't have a firearm license, so that's not something I'm going to upload. But you guys may say, oh, well, I need to upload 2 of the following. So in this case, I simply click on more options. And now I can see all the options I have to upload as secondary documents. So just have a look at the one that works best for you and you can upload that. For today, I'm going to say that I'm going to upload my Medicare card. So it's the same as before. Just going to use my driver's license photo for today, my number, and my date of expiry. Then click continue. And I need to do one more. So I'll click on more options and let's say my bank card. Now with all of these, you can take a picture as well. However, for today, I will just be uploading the files. And click continue. So now I can see that I've uploaded all of my documents, and if I'm happy with that, I can continue. Let's say I want to change that. All I have to do is simply click delete on over here on the right hand side, but for now we're just going to click continue. Okay, now it's to do authentic identity verification method. So over here, I need to upload a photo of myself as a selfie. So this must include a picture of my face plus my primary document. So generally speaking, this may be your passport. So what I would do here is I'd either upload a file or I could take a photo with my camera. And I would bring my passport next to my face as shown in this picture to take a selfie. So if I click on the photo, I can have this option. However, today we're going to upload a file. So for today, I'm just going to upload a picture of my passport, but in this section, it's really important to include a picture of your face just for verification so we know who you are when you're doing your background check. Okay, now I can see that this photo has been uploaded and I can click continue. Okay, now I just have to declare. So have a read and feel free to sign. And you can click continue now. Okay, the final step with the background check is reviewing and submitting. Over here, I can see all my check details and see if I'm happy with them or not. So starting from the top, I can see my employment, my check category, my employer name, where I'm born, my full legal name and my birthplace, my previous addresses, and my identity documents. Now, once I'm happy with all of these, including my identity verification and my signature, I can feel free to review and submit. Okay, perfect. So now you can see that my employment check has been submitted and I have my ATN number. Now, let's say your employer needs to see proof that you've purchased an employment check while you're waiting for it. If you need to do that, all you have to do simply is go to billing, have a look at my check, which was here, and download the invoice. Now, once the invoice is downloaded, I'll be able to send that to my employer to show them that I've purchased a check if they're waiting for it in the meantime. Now, generally, employment checks, they are quite fast. 70% of your checks will come within 24 hours, and after that, it may take up to 2 weeks. It just depends on the status of your individual background. I can see that it's submitted. Then once the check arrives, I'll get the option to view my results and I can download that file. I hope that helps with doing an employment check. Thank you.